So good morning or afternoon, depending on what time you're listening to this podcast, and welcome to Do Geese Have Udders, the show where we ask the unanswered and answer the unasked, looking at news and online stuff too. I'm Michael Gooch and joined by my good friend Matthew Thompson. You alright, man?
I mean, I could have been like, don't eat yellow snow, but everyone knows that.
Good, let's start the show.
Do you remember? Forgot my keys. Forgot my phone. Forgot my keys.
Yeah,
forgot my phone.
Talent.
That's
Speaking of talent, Matt, we've got the I'm A Celebrity is back on. Have you been watching it?
No.
Good, that makes two of us. That means we don't have to cover it at all on this show.
Well, it means we can just say random facts.
Oh, I can't believe they ate a spider, Matt.
Oh, mate, you know when they got the snake on and they made all meals out of just one snake and they did like the snake venom in the shots. That was insane.
Why aren't you watching it this year then? I thought
I never watch it.
Do you not? Did you not watch it last year?
I watched it. They put their heads in cage and started eating bugs, and I was like,
right, that could have been any year, Matt.
I think it was the 62 one.
What, 1962?
I don't know. Ooh, I almost dropped my phone. No, I don't know.
Would you like to do I'm a Celebrity, Matt?
Yeah, I'll be up for it.
Really?
I'll be up for everything,
we're halfway
mate.
there. We've done a lot of camping. You've done wild camping.
I've done a lot of camping, yes.
We've eaten mealworms before at the Eden Project.
I've camped in Canada.
They were giving out mealworms, and Matt took a bunch of them, and you ate them. And I think you said they taste like rice. I could be wrong.
Yep, I've chopped up rabbits, chopped up pigeons. They taste all right.
Yeah,
Pigeon tastes like beef. Same texture as well. It's really weird. Rabbit just tastes like rabbit.
Lovely.
Yeah, there's some facts for you.
So you'd be down for doing I'm a Celeb, Matt?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll arrange some games at some point.
The thing I'd love to do is a Bear Grylls Survival Island. I'd love to do that.
I would like to do that as well.
Yeah.
I think you do a lot better than I would, because you.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could have.
I sound
it
like
in
a
me.
dickhead. Yes, I think.
Yeah,
I would.
I don't think I have it in me to necessarily kill an animal
No,
in
you
front of
got
me.
to.
But that's what I mean. Is I know you could just grab a mallet and just lob it, and you'd.
Nah, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't think twice.
You would destroy the meat. You got to stab him. If you crush him, you just, and you get loads of bone fragments. Don't want that.
You see, I wouldn't have known that, Matt. I would have just lobbed my mallet and.
Ah!
Yeah, and just had
At a crocodile.
had bony meat. Yeah.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Matt.
Do you want to hear a question?
I'd love to hear a question, Matt. That's what this show's all about, Matt. The
I know.
show's all about questions.
Alright, well the question is, what do you think the future's going to be like?
Be more specific.
Well,
What part of the future are we talking now?
there's a couple of things you could ask. What about... I could do something obvious like cars.
Cars. How far in the future are we talking?
1,000 years?
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
That's a really long time in the future. Do you honestly know what I think the future is going to be like in 1,000 years, Matt?
Yeah.
This is going to be really depressing now. Sorry if you're listening to this first thing in the morning.
Depressed?
Because I don't think the world is going to last that long. I think we're going to...
Not 1,000 year brother, only in 2,000.
Yeah, I think, exactly. I think we're going to run out of resources way before them. This isn't because of, I'm not all about, the climate change, let's do this, let's stop doing this,
Do you know
let's
how
all
much
become
can happen
vegans.
in
I'm
like
not about
20
that.
years?
I just don't think we're going to have the resources to carry on what we're doing. I think we're either going to have moved to another planet by then, in which case cars would now be spaceships, but we wouldn't all have personal spaceships. It would just be like a TFL spaceship, big red spaceship.
So you just have in 1,000 years you have a big red spaceship?
I think tell you what, I think we'd still have cars as well,
What would
but
do?
they'd be electric.
So in
I
1,000
think-
years we'll have electric cars.
I think we'd have used up fossil fuels way before.
Do you know
then.
how long 1,000 years is?
Yeah, it's like one more than 999. It's a long time. Right?
Yeah.
But so I think like the
So electrical cars. What do these
electrical
electrical
cars,
cars do?
they drive.
Michael, what's happening, man?
I mean, not a lot in the last 5 seconds since we played that sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question.
You got a question for me, Matt?
Yeah.
You actually prepared something for this show.
Yeah.
Yes, Matt. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, then my question is,
It better be good.
what thing in the future do you think is going to get invented that has basically been stolen from the past?
Oh, this question's making me think, Matt.
Yeah.
This I don't want to sit here in silence. I want to keep talking, but
Well,
I've got a thing about it. So say that question again for me.
So, what thing do you think is gonna like appear in the future or even come back that was like in the past?
How far in the future are we talking? Just like, I mean, are we talking about 100 years,
1,000?
1,000 years, or maybe just like tomorrow? Something's going to turn up tomorrow that hasn't
I
been seen
mean,
like in ages.
it turns up one day, but I'll give you 10 years. So
10
it,
years.
It
10
can be
years is fine.
something that was prehistoric that has a like technology twist.
Yeah, I think in the next 10 years, we would have finally found a way to bring back stuff like mammoths. I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
I
that as
don't
well.
think we would be like Jurassic Park or Prehistoric Park. If anyone remembers the TV series Prehistoric Park, you guys are
Can I
legends.
tell you a
That's a
fact?
good series. Yes, you can.
We're actually closer to making dinosaurs. Right
I know
now.
we're getting so close. That's why
We're
I
reverse
picture.
engineering birds and stuff.
I know.
It's
So
crazy.
that's why I can picture 10 years. 10 maybe even next year this might happen, but we are so close to doing it. We've had many Jurassic Park films that prove that this is a bad
do you
idea.
think they'll make a Jurassic Park just
I-
because they have the film?
You know what I think I actually think they will do. They
think-
will do that.
I say in the next 20 years,
20 years, yeah. I
maybe
would say.
25, there'll be a Jurassic Park.
There will be. There will be some sort of exhibition because they want to show off these amazing
Well,
creations.
Yeah.
You understand that.
If you want to make
It's a
dinosaurs,
terrible idea, but you
want to
understand
show
it.
off dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. So I can picture because I this might have been a while ago or I've just made it up. Is I remember I remember them saying that they tried fertilizing elephants or something with mammoths like DNA.
Oh, you
In
mean
order to get-
cross-slice?
Yes.
maybe,
Oh, yes, Matt. Yeah. In order to give birth to a mammoth, I remember hearing something about. I don't know if it was successful or not, or if they're not counting it because it's half elephant basically. But I picture that that's going to become so more advanced in the next 10 years or so
Oh yeah.
that we're going to see a mammoth. At
I
some
think the
point.
Dodo will come back.
The
I'm calling
dodo
it.
that made me sad.
I'm calling
Dodo.
it.
Dodo's the only animal to ever be wiped out by a single person. I think it was. Have you never heard about this?
No.
I cannot remember his name because I was unprepared to talk about this. But I'm pretty sure it was on
Really?
the dodos only inhabited one island,
Yes.
and one man went there. And these dodos have no natural predators,
Yes,
so
I know
they're just not afraid of
Yes.
anyone. And apparently I think the guy just ate them all, or killed them
Not
all.
just one person.
And I'm pretty sure
but-
he's this.
He must have brought him back to his village. Like, yo, look at these dumb fat birds, man. They're like turkeys, but not.
That's what my mate says when he brings back girls from a club.
There you go.
I'm kidding. I have no mates. No, I'm pretty sure that's correct. But guess what? That's now something else I'm gonna have to be researching for a future episode. But I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
But back to your question about the past, basically coming back to the future.
Yep.
I can give you a present example of something that's done that in the last couple of years, which was the vinyl record. The vinyl record disappeared, and that's made a comeback. This year, I know this for a fact. This year is the first year in I think it's 30 years that vinyl records have overtaken the sale of CDs.
I mean, vinyl records never really went out of fashion.
And
You
they
just
well
never
they did
had
they
one.
did for a while because of CDs, but then vinyl records are just they're more collectible. They're nicer.
They make
than,
better sound.
They do.
say.
They're just nicer to have than CDs. But obviously, digital download is way up there.
Yeah, it's more convenient.
It's far more convenient. So I picture along that route that cassettes
No.
could come
No.
back. I think they will.
No. They're
I think
too impractical.
They are so impractical, but I think they'll make a comeback.
No, I don't think they will. This
I think
isn't.
they'll make a
This isn't Guardians of the Galaxy.
10 years, you watch, they'll come back.
No.
Those cassettes. Because I need more cassettes for my car. Because all I've got is the Lilt Summer album and all 12 of the Lord of the Rings.
Do you know what I think will come back?
What do you think will come back,
I
Matt?
think the well, like something you get water from, will come back.
Well, we still have wells, but we don't
I
have
feel
the
like it will be the well in like
the
everyone's
word
garden.
clip art wells, or what you're thinking of. You're thinking of a stone circle, the little wooden roof, and a bucket. That's what your Minecraft well is. What you're
that
picturing.
is what I'm picturing.
No, wells are still about. Just we have modernised them more because we just don't need it. It's all so practical with our underground
yeah, I'm
pipes.
trying. Yeah, okay, that's a stupid one.
I mean, it's a fair enough idea because I can picture you owning a little house with a little well out the front, even though you haven't. I mean, yeah, no, they're not the most practical things in the world. Those wells.
Right, you got any other ideas?
I tell you something that will come back, but I can't know for certain. Is some form of music. I think disco is going to make a comeback in 10 years' time.
Disco never died.
I mean, it never died, but I think it's going to be really big in a few years' time.
Maybe.
Because, well, what type of music then do you think is going to be popular in 10 years' time? Still going to be listening to Ed Sheeran?
I feel
you
like we
reckon?
go to the hippie music a bit more.
Hippie music. So groovy. Oh, well, that's not disco. That's
Psychedelic
groovy
sort of
60s
stuff
or
like
whatever it is. What?
Psychedelic music.
What's
Like deep house and garage, stuff like
You
that.
think that's going to be really popular?
Yeah,
I'm not a massive fan of that.
exactly. You're the norm. You're weird.
I'm not
And
weird.
like pop music, stuff like that.
I got so happy when I heard that Smooth Radio had its own country station online. That made my day.
Bruh. Or rap. I
I
feel
think
like
rap's going to be big.
country music and rap.
Matt, what on earth is that? That our audience can't see, because again, I have to remind you, this is audio, Matt.
Well, follow us on Twitter, and Michael will put a picture up on it.
Yeah, I will do. What is
This-
it? It's a hand puppet. Why have you got a hand puppet?
This is Mr. Lion.
Okay, should I bother asking our audience to guess what animal it is?
It's a giraffe.
It's a giraffe. It's not. It's a lion.
No, this is a giraffe.
Have you actually got a giraffe as well? Why have you got so many animal puppets, Matt? What use could you put? That's a duck.
It
That's
doesn't.
a duck, Matt.
It doesn't quack anymore.
Did it used to quack? Why have you given
Yeah.
it to me?
So I'm using these for.
We're doing a show, and we have a bunch of little kids that are gonna.
That's the duck attempting to quack. It's,
Yeah.
it's just
You can kind of hear it. That are gonna do a show with these puppets in front of their parents. So we have a duck, a tiger.
lion. We literally said
Lion.
about 3 seconds ago it's a lion.
Does this one make noise? I think
What is it? Is it a hedgehog?
no, this one's a dog.
Oh,
Oh, it doesn't make noise. I'll put that by your crotch. There you go. You have a nice furball.
thank you. I feel so blessed.
This one's the bunny.
Oh no!
Oh, it does work.
That's not weird at all.
It has more.
That's great. That's all I can say, Matt. Is that's great. You've got a
Yeah.
rabbit as well.
Got a rabbit.
So tell me, what are these bringing to the show today, Matt?
I don't know. I had them and they were next to me.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for wasting a good couple of minutes of my time and our listeners' time. Matthew,
yes.
I've got a question for you, Matt.
Tell me the question.
You had a conversation with me a while ago about Australia.
Yes.
And you said you really wanted to move there.
Yes.
Why do you want to move to Australia,
It
Matt?
seems like a fun place to go. Like, if you just want to go somewhere,
Well, so is Butlins, but I don't
live somewhere.
I don't live there. Because I love Australia as much as the next person. Everyone loves Australia. There's nothing you can't love about it. But you sounded so passionate about moving there. Why do you want to move to Australia, Matt?
Well,
What's-
firstly,
What's
there's
wrong with Great Britain? Don't answer that.
Nothing wrong about
We'll,
that.
we'll do like a full episode on that.
There's no guns. That's good about West. U Kingdom. U Kingdom.
You kingdom,
That's what I'm calling it.
you kingdom.
Yeah. So U Kingdom's good, but Australia. It's just full of like bants.
Just full of banter.
Like mate, you're walking along and it's just like, look at that crocodile on the floor. What's it doing?
You've watched one video on Australia
Mate,
and you
watch
thought,
out.
I'm going to move there.
Mate, what's that man standing? It's a kangaroo. It's
You're
like,
saying a
"Look at
man
the
for a kangaroo.
Yeah, it's a man on the hill over there.
With a tail
Ah, it's a man.
and a child's like,
Nah, it's a smaller. It's a child. Yeah, it's a kangaroo.
it's a kangaroo in a roo, yeah.
Oh, I think it'll just be funny.
You think it would just be funny? So you
It's
would
like-
fully move to Australia
you're-
just because it'd be funny?
Yeah, you're going to the toilet
Yeah.
and you just like it's just a spider in the corner. You're like, oh, if I go near that will
You
kill me.
get that in the UK, Matt. We go
Yeah, but it doesn't
camping
kill you.
all the time. You
It
don't know
doesn't
that.
kill you.
You don't know that at all. Because it's very famous that if you have a fear of an animal or you hate an animal, it lives in Australia, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
you would want to go and live with those.
Yes.
Okay.
There's also water parks. There's a lot of them.
Water parks here. We have Splashdown.
Yeah, but it's cold here. Australia's hot.
Yeah, it's warm
hot.
in the summer. We had
Imagine a hot water park. There we go.
a hot water park.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
Do you mean a water park when it's hot, Matt? Or do you
Yeah.
mean a water
Well, it's
park with
always
hot
hot.
water?
In winter, it's going to be hot. That is it in Australia, isn't it?
I mean,
I mean, crocodiles can't get cold.
is that it? We've talked about crocodiles, Matt,
They're
so much.
cold-blooded. They're cold-blooded.
So much on the show we talked about crocodiles. So crocodiles can't get cold. Is that another thing we're gonna have to look into?
Yeah,
Do
sure.
crocodiles get cold?
No, can they get? No. Yeah. Of
Yes.
course they can get cold. Should they get cold? That's the question.
What do you mean? Should they get cold, man? No one should really get cold.
Well,
We should have jumpers on.
yeah, but some
Be nice
things
and
might
warm.
damage you more if you get cold than other things.
I don't think.
So if you make a worm get cold, and then you get a chicken get cold, I think the worm's going to get more damage from getting cold.
What goes on inside your head, Matt?
That's all I'm seeing. Just chickens and worms.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. And why not follow us on Twitter too, because I don't really know why, but there might be some behind the scenes stuff and info about any future shows, link in the description below. Got a question that you think needs a proper answer or maybe has yet to even be asked? Drop it in the comments below and we might include it in a future episode. Until next time.